Hey everyone, Mark the Movie Man here. Welcome to the Final Cut, and I've got another independent horror film for you, and it is called Snake with a Human Tail, brought to us by Spencer Gray, who wrote and directed this tale about abuse, those who do the abusing, those who are victims of the abuse, and the extreme measures one particular victim of abuse who was raped goes to get their revenge on the priest who had done the abusing. Yes, folks, Snake with a Human Tail is still somewhat topical with the whole controversy of the abuse happening in the church. So here, right there, is a plus column of horror being topical and addressing current issues, which is, I always love when horror films do that. And let me tell you, Snake with a Human Tail really does that well. There's a conversation in here that happens between the priest and a doctor that's just creepy. There's no visuals, there's no nothing. It's just these two men talking, and it's the creepiest conversation I've heard in a long time. Marv Blauvelt, who plays the priest, does an excellent job of selling the creepy, okay? He makes you really believe that this priest is something wrong with him, and it just makes your skin crawl, and that's what his character is supposed to do, okay? And so they accomplish that very well through the direction and through the performance of Marv. It definitely makes you feel in your skin crawl. And then there's Sherry Davis playing Karma, and I loved her character as well because you felt her pain and you could see what had happened to her due to events that had happened in her past. And so she really was another character that you felt for, but not uneasy. You felt sorry for her, okay? You can kind of see why she is the way she is and what it brought her to that point in her life. And so a great performance there by Sherry Davis. I also did like the Dr. Bloom character played by Billy Blair. He really sold the doctor angle, and I bought that he was a doctor. So so you got some great performances in here, not only by the main cast but the supporting cast as well. Now you get a great production value out of Snake with a Human Tail. It really has a high quality look to it. Loved the lighting that they used and the camera angles going on. Nothing ever felt amateur or low budget at all. They definitely brought their A game with it, and so the production value of this film overall looked really good as well. There are some disturbing moments, and there's really more disturbing moments. Really, there is no humor in this. This is a very serious horror piece, and let me tell you folks, it's disturbing even though it's only got a runtime of about 30 minutes. Now, what I also enjoyed in here, there is some special effects in here which I really thought were done well. They looked good on camera and all practical. Thank you. You know my feeling on that. So I'm glad to see the practical effects, and it really helped. You know, it didn't feel cheesy at all. They really went all out to try to give this serious piece the best possible work that they could do, and I think they accomplished that. Snake with a Human Tail premieres this week. At the end of this week, it's got its world premiere, and I had the privilege of seeing this film. And let me tell you, it does make your skin crawl. It does make you see the actual snake with a human tail of who he is. And wow, let me tell you folks, they've got, I think, a winner on their hands here. It definitely belongs at least in some anthology film, if not distributed by itself digitally. If you get a chance to see it at the festival, please do so. Snake with a Human Tail was definitely a film that made my skin crawl, which is exactly what it set out to do. Plus, it shows you the effects of abuse, which again is a current topic amongst the news feeds and such. So, it just hits a lot of great marks in here. Didn't really have any complaints at all with this film, except maybe for the ending just a little bit, not giving anything away or not spoiling it, but for me, the ending was just a little bit okay, but that's alright because I think it'll definitely get people talking and have some questions amongst each other, people who viewed it, and exactly what the ending meant. So, and what actually was going to happen after the events of this film. So, Outside of the ending, me giving a little bit of a question to me, overall this film is solid. I think it's worth your time if you can catch it at a festival. Hopefully you'll get to see it in some anthology movie soon or digitally distributed by itself. Independent film fans will enjoy this film, and those looking for a little bit darker, more serious indie film, then Snake with a Human Tail is definitely one that should be put on your list. And that'll about do it for us here at The Final Cut. Till next time, folks, keep that ticket stub.